project at Dollar General, and what I came out with was a men's deodorant and a woman's deodorant. From color and which one would be masculine, which one would be feminine, is for masculine you think darker colors, darker, bigger, stuff like that. And for the men's, it has darker colors like the red, the blue, the white, the darker blue inside of the little bit lighter blue. And then for the women's, you have kind of like a lighter blue with some pink, some light red, just like a feminine look. So when I went in to buy these, I looked at the prices to see if they were any different. And for the men's, it was $2.50, and for the women's, it was only $1.75. Now, some people may think because of the size of the deodorants that's why they price them that way, because the men's is a little bigger. You can tell by the hold it's a little heavier. So that may be the reason of that. So when you go in to buy something like this, typically men will go for the men deodorant and women will go for the feminine deodorant, but that's not always how it has to be. Like for myself, sometimes I do use women's deodorant, but as a perspective from me, I think men deodorant it holds longer. Not that it smells better, but for a man, they usually buy it because they want the like masculine smell, because the women's deodorant has more of like a powdery smell, not as like profuse like masculine smell as the men's deodorant has. And a lot of people think that men may just wear it for the smell, but in my opinion, men's deodorant does last longer, even for a man or a woman. And this can be like genderized in ways as if a woman does not want to smell like a man, or if a woman wearing men's deodorant walks by and can smell the men, they may think, oh, well, she's not actually a woman. And for the woman's deodorant, it has a little less of a smell, so if a man were to wear it, it would just smell like powder. And there is men's deodorant that smells like powder, so you wouldn't think anything really of it. But as ingredients wise on both of these deodorants, the women's has a little bit more. See here it says sweet pea and violet, so it has like a little more of a feminine smell, like you would think like perfumes that you would buy, certain types of powders you would buy, just something that smells a little bit more feminine. And for men, it kind of puts you in the idea of cologne that men use, different types, like you have the old man type smelling, like you have the Hollister kind that's really, really strong. And these are just really genderized, as like even in the store they had their own section for men. So like you walk in and it's like the first couple rows of the aisle were nothing but men's deodorant, and then a little bit further were the women's. And they were sold the same, as in like you could buy a package for the men, you could buy a package for the women in twos, but all of the deodorants were a lot smaller than the men's. There was no women's deodorant that were the same. You can see in the video that you can tell it's a little bigger, and there's no bigger size of a women's deodorant like there is men. And people may see that as offense, as in like the men's deodorant's better than the women's, which that may be the case, it may not be the case. Maybe they just make them smaller, but I could see people maybe getting a little defensive about that. But overall, I don't see an issue in gender, like a woman's gender wearing a men's deodorant or a man wearing a woman's deodorant. So that's all I have.